Hello, hello. Oh my gosh. I was. Welcome to what I hope is a really fun video. Hold on, I need my coffee. Today, sorry, I'm like super giddy. Today I have a video. Today's video is really fun because we're talking what has been bringing me joy over the past few weeks/months. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you things that I have been loving and using, and like 99% of it is stuff that I already had and things like I didn't have to buy. And that's one of the goals of this video, is to hopefully encourage you to look into your closet, your kitchen, your drawers, your bookshelves, pull out stuff that you wouldn't ordinarily use, or to just like love on what you have. So we're gonna get going. And as usual with these kinds of videos, there aren't going to be any links or anything because I'm not trying to encourage you to buy the stuff that I mentioned in this video. I did say most of this is free. So if you did want to use it, then you could ostensibly get it for free. There's a couple of stuff that isn't free. So I don't want to, encourage consumption in that way, because this video is ultimately about using what you have. So if I'm mentioning something that like sounds interesting to you, then hopefully you can go into your own stash, closets, bookshelves, wherever, and find something similar. So let's get into it. Let's start with a couple of beauty things that I've really been loving, that stuff I've already owned I feel like kind of having a little bit of a renaissance with them. So the first are some like spring nail polishes. And out of all of the nail seasons, I feel like winter to me doesn't really have colors associated with it, like just in my mind. And so spring is one of the first times of the year where I feel like I can wear nail polish that's of that season, or at least I have stuff of that season. So this Ciate London one is like a long time favorite. It's been here since I've, started this channel. I got it, I think, in like 2019. And I didn't wear it a lot last year, but I love seeing it because it's very spring to me. And I have already worn it twice, I think, this year. It's just, our weather hasn't been cooperating with us. We've had snow today, yesterday. It's April now. And one of the ways I get to celebrate spring, even though it's still cold or snowy, is like through stuff like this. The other two nail polishes are these two from Olive & June. I think both of these could also be like, if I, hadn't used them in a couple of months and pulled them out, I think this one could have some summer vibes, maybe like a popsicle, but also both of them for fall. I'm like I wasn't anticipating using and loving these for spring, but I'm like really glad that I'm pulling them out. I'm currently wearing this one on my nails right now, and I also was wearing this one earlier this week. And with these, I find that painting my nails is very therapeutic, very cathartic, very relaxing. So I tend to do it in the morning, like a weekday, sometimes weekday mornings. Like if I wake up early enough, I can do it because I work from home. So let's say I paint my nails at like 8 o'clock. I can like drink my coffee and use my computer while they dry. And with this like therapeutic notion of nail polish, sometimes when I just feel my most stressed or busiest, that's when I'm like, you know what? Go paint your nails, because it's just such a relaxing activity. And it also like I'll watch something or listen to something when I'm doing it. So it's very... it's really wonderful, really relaxing. The next thing is this Hourglass shadow. This is in Smoke. I have been using Reflect like nobody's freaking business. That thing is going to be panned this year. Mark my words, as I say aggressively. I hadn't used this one like almost at all. And I started picking it up recently because I was like, I need to use my stuff. You know, there's no sense in waiting for other stuff to finish before using this. Like, if I don't like it, then this is in a great shape that I could declutter to somebody. So I started using it, wearing it today. I think it's wonderful. I think it looks so cute. It's so good. I love this formula, and it's in a color that I really like. I've been wearing a lot of warm tones, and I've been trying to reach for more cool tones. And yeah, I also get use of my cool toned makeup. And out of doing that, I like rediscovered my love for this. And lastly, for beauty, is the Glossier You perfume. I did talk about this in a recent video. I think it was my last video. And this to me is such an everyday scent, like such a classic scent for me that I could wear it like every day and not get tired of it. One thing that I've gotten into, which I think I'm not alone in, is saving like your most expensive stuff or your nicest stuff or your most favorite stuff for the special occasions. But I don't have a lot of special occasions in my life, so this hasn't been getting worn, even though I love it. So about probably 2 weeks ago, since like when you'll be seeing this video, if not 3 weeks ago, I've been putting this on my desk and wearing it every morning. And it's just been such like a joyful moment to wear a perfume that I really like. And it's encouraging me to reach for some other springtime favorite perfume stuff that's even older than this that, needs to get loved on. It makes me wonder why I didn't do this sooner. So if you have perfumes that are old or like you've been saving them for that special occasion, I would love for you to pull them out and start wearing them like on a day when you're, at home, just because that kind of stuff. All right, next up are these. I'm having a headband renaissance. You might have noticed, this looks kind of crazy. You might have noticed headbands appearing in more videos recently. I feel like these two are the ones that have been getting the most love because they're like spring florals. I bought these in 2022, wore them a lot that year, and then didn't really wear a lot of headbands last year. I didn't declutter them because, we go in and out of moments in our style. I also like have them on display so they look cute in my bedroom. And I decided to pull them out recently or try them back on. And I just like can't stop wearing them. I wear them without makeup. I wear them at home, like lounging on a Sunday. If I'm wearing a basic outfit, like a t-shirt and jeans, I could throw this on and it just elevates the outfit, makes it look cute. But more than that, more than like a style tool, it's so joyful to wear a headband that just is like, just makes me happy, I guess is the only way I can put that into words. It's like adds a little joy to my day. Now, this is not meant to encourage you to go buy headbands, but I do wonder, like, what might be the equivalent of this in your life? Maybe something that you used to wear all the time. It could be a favorite t-shirt or favorite pair of shoes. Like I also have these floral shoes that I wear every kind of spring and summer and haven't really had the chance to wear them yet. But I do know once I am able to put them on my feet, it's going to be a fun time. So what might be the equivalent of this in your wardrobe? That thing that just is so pretty to look at or just like brings a smile to your face when you have the opportunity to wear it. Next is a much more practical purchase. And this is some hazelnut coffee. Y'all, coffee is a joy in my day. Or at least it's when it works, that's how it functions. And I drink most days I drink 2 regular cups of coffee, 1 decaf or half calf. I had been mixing in some like cheaper coffee that I just haven't been loving. It just doesn't taste the same as my other coffee, not because it's decaf, but just because I don't like the brands as much. I don't know why I haven't purchased decaf of the brand that I use. It's a Costco brand. I freaking love Kirk coffee. Anyways, I need to do that next time. buy that brand decaf. Anyways, the coffee I've been using for the past like 6 months just isn't that great. So I don't enjoy the experience of it. And then sometimes I won't want to drink it and I'll be like, oh, I'll just make a regular coffee because I prefer that taste so much more. So I was like, you know what? What's the solution here? And I was thinking instead of trying to create just like a regular coffee flavor, put something like not decaf, hazelnut in it. So it's not competing with a regular cup of coffee. I did that and it's been so fun. Like I love drinking my hazelnut cup of coffee in the afternoon. It's just like an extra little punch, little flavor that is honestly kind of special. And what has happened is usually it's my regular flavored coffee that's my favorite of the day. And I'll try and savor it. My first cup of coffee, I'm sorry, but like your favorite coffee first thing in the morning is a truly special experience, which I've been savoring a lot of late as well. But it's usually my decaf coffee that I'm like, let me just drink it. Let me just whatever, get through it. But this, I'm enjoying it and savoring it so much more. And it's just added more joy to my regular life. To have all three coffees be delicious. And this lesson is just really about maximizing joy, right? Like my other coffee wasn't doing it. So like, how can I make this better? How can I make this more joyful? And the solution is quite often like simple. Okay, next up is one I've been very annoying about, but it's been so freaking fun. A closet. I have loved the absolute freaking crap out of a closet. So, I have loved lots of things about it. One, the style stats are incredible, and I am currently using 88% of my winter wardrobe. We're kind of in spring, but not really closet-wise. As I just mentioned, it's been snowing. So my regular closet is at about 63%, which is not a worry for me because in a couple of weeks I'll be able to wear, the cropped pants and the sneakers and stuff. It's coming. So I love the stats and I'm checking my stats after every outfit. I like seeing how much I'm wearing something. I also like adding in stuff I'm thinking of buying and mixing it with other clothes. It's been a real help in like helping me determine, is this thing a good addition to my wardrobe? Is it not? And it's helped me, to be honest, like axe more things and like help me be uninterested in them because they don't go with what I own. They just don't make sense. They don't match. And then I have to buy more stuff to make that thing work. I've also really enjoyed just like the act of mixing clothes together and seeing how they work together, like clothes that I already have. And I really enjoyed the AI feature. I actually have worn some outfits that it's recommended. Not all of them because some of them aren't like totally seasonally appropriate, but it's just been fun and it's a habit that has just happened almost overnight. Like if you look at March, every single day has an outfit and nothing except for maybe like one day has been like backdated. I'm filling it out every single day as I'm wearing stuff, sometimes at the end of the day if I'm wearing multiple outfits. And I've learned so much about my style and what I'm wearing and why things aren't working or why things aren't working or why they are. And I just feel like I'm learning more about my style all the time. One thing I have learned recently, like in the past week, is that I feel like I'm wearing a lot of my clothes more than I am. I've been tracking for about 6 weeks now. My highest worn item is 6 times, which is wild to me because I feel like I'm wearing some of this stuff like 10 times or 12 times when it's only 6. And so I think my perception of how often I'm wearing my clothes is inaccurate and inflated. For some of this stuff, it's not actually a big deal because I I don't get bored of it like a t-shirt, like the t-shirt I'm wearing today. By the time this video actually comes out, the numbers are going to be a little bit different because there's about a week lag in when I film and when you see it. So this t-shirt might be at 7 times or 8 times. A black t-shirt is a staple. Like, I think I'm always going to own one, or at least the foreseeable future. And it's often like I'm wearing it under a shirt like this, so I can like be warm, but also preserve this t-shirt, or this is wool. I don't want to wash it every time. So I'll wear something under it for a lot of reasons. So I don't see my t-shirts a lot until at least like summertime or late spring. And they're mostly functional. And even when I do see them, it doesn't bother me. I don't necessarily get sick of wearing a black t-shirt or a white t-shirt. But I was under the impression that I'm wearing it more than I am. And so that does factor into other clothes that you do notice more, like this shirt or this headband. Like, I just think, generally speaking, regardless of what the garment is, I think I'm wearing it more than I am. And it's really eye-opening to learn, like, when I feel like, oh, I've worn this a lot, how much I am in reality. And this has been helping me become more realistic about what it means to wear something 100 times. Because I can say, yeah, I know I'm going to get 100 wears out of a black t-shirt, but what does 100 wears actually feel like? You know, like, how does it feel to wear a garment 100 times? Which is something I've never considered before. And this experience is really showing me how some items are really going to feel like you're wearing it 100 times. Maybe not quite like you're forcing yourself, but like you're going to feel those wears. And they can feel effortful if you don't pick the right garments. This has been like best thing of the year so far. Incredible. Glad I have it. And it's been free. So like, I get to learn so much for free. If I could influence you in this video, I would influence you to get that app, or if not a closet tracking app, so you can learn about your wardrobe and like learn how you wear your clothes and learn what it feels like to wear something 100 times and learn what your cost per wear is, if these kinds of things interest you. Next up is like insanely practical. So this is the Lysol laundry disinfectant. There's no bleach in here. This is a product that eliminates bacteria from your clothes. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I was in what I thought was be t-shirt gate. I had about 12 t-shirts, maybe about 10, that smelled bad. Some smelled worse than others, but they all smelled bad and were, in my opinion, and in my partner's opinion, unwearable because like you could smell them. And I was trying everything. I tried detergent. I tried vinegar and baking soda. I tried dish soap. I was trying like everything I could get my hands on, and also like what the internet was recommending. The last thing they recommended was this. I've washed them and all of them have been rescued. There's one that's still questionable. Actually, two. There's two that are questionable. One that is now being demoted to like bedtime wear. The other one is questionable as to whether I could wear it at all. So we're going to have to do some more testing with that. See if I could wash it another time or two, if that will help. If you have clothes that are ultimately wearable, that you still want to wear, that you can still have life in them, but the only reason why you don't wear them is because of smell, I think this is worth a try. This saved my clothes. Like, I was honestly distraught because I was like mentally preparing to have to replace t-shirts, but also like, how do I do this while sticking to the no new clothes challenge? And also like, I can't afford to replace 10 t-shirts using like an ethical or sustainable firsthand brand, and secondhand, you just don't know what you're going to find. Like if I'm going to be able to replace them tomorrow or whatever. And I was like honestly in a bit of a panic because I had like I I ran out of t-shirts. I didn't have like things to wear, and it's been an interesting little bit. So I'm so happy that this saved my clothes, and I'm like so glad to have it as a tool to help me keep my clothes wearable for longer. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Next up, I want to talk about running for a second. One of my goals for 2024 is to run 200 kilometers. And the reason why I set that goal is to get myself to run as much as possible. I have running is a real joy in my life, which just feels truly wild for me to say, given that like 2 years ago, I would have told you running is the fucking worst. And you would have to be insane to like run regularly. Like are you okay? And running has done so much amazing things for me. I feel like I want to make a video about how running has changed my life, because it really has. Running has really taught me just how much I hold myself back and how much my own mindset has held myself back. Because over the past 3 years, it's my third running season, I've hit personal bests every season. Definitely not every week or every run, but very often, going faster than I expected, going longer than I expected, or being able to continue running when I feel like giving up, when I feel like that's it, I don't have anything left. And so 2024, I decided I really want to focus on the joy of running. Moving my body, getting out as much as possible is ultimately what brings the joy. You know, running is something that makes life more beautiful, happier, and more joyful because I get to participate in it. And so I find that when I come to running, I'm in one of two states of mind. I need a little bit more gentleness, or I want to push myself in some way. And often pushing myself is something that makes the running joyful. Working hard, working towards a goal of some kind. So this year I instituted a principle, or making sure before every run, I ask myself, what do you have to give today? And that ensures that before I step on to run the treadmill or outside, wherever I'm running, that I get to meet myself where I'm at that day. So if this is just about getting out there, getting movement, we won't look at our time. We won't look at our distance. We won't look at anything. We're just going to focus on moving. But if I feel like I have a lot to give that day, or achieving a goal feels good, then that's what I'll focus on. And this has really helped me find a balance in running where I'll get the most out of running based on what I want that day. This like basic question and focusing on what is joyful today and kind of maximizing joy has made the running experience more enjoyable. Since end of last year, I've been working on maximizing joy in like every element of my run. So music is like the biggest component. So making sure I have like a really beautiful curated playlist, running a route that is enjoyable to run. I have nearly a kilometer, if not a kilometer and a half, of just like a straight like shot. It's usually the place where I run where I smile the most. I run around like a town square. I run the most near sunset because I love watching the sunset. That brings me joy. I know that sounds basic, but when you maximize all the little pieces of your run slowly over time, the whole thing becomes more enjoyable. And now one of my goals, I've learned that the average woman, her average run time for 5 kilometers is 36 and like 18 seconds, 36 minutes, 18 seconds. I'm a bit slower than that. I'm like 37:30, something like that. So one of my goals for the end of summer is to see if I can get to this pace. And as I've been working towards that, I realize yet again how much more like just like the act of realizing, all right, I'm holding myself back. I have more to give. I want to give more. I'm underperforming because I didn't believe I could do better. It's quite a learning experience to realize that in like a safe environment. I hope that if this segment of the video could do anything, it would be to encourage you to find movement that feels joyful to you. Lastly, I want to talk about some YouTubers that I've been really liking. And I have been in a bit of a planner kick in 2024. I started watching some of these creators last year, like Heart Breathing as an example. I started watching her, I think last June or July, somewhere around there, maybe even May. And I've like continued watching her, and I've kind of gone in and out of like, not really feeling this kind of content, and then I'll jump back into it. But since January, I've been in a real kind of planner moment, and I've been watching a ton of Plan with Elise and Squared Plans. Plan with Elise is, she releases like 7 videos a week, video every day. And I watch her videos just about every morning. I love them. I don't, like, the funny thing is that like, I don't own her planner. I don't own like any stickers, except for the ones I was showing in a recent video. Like these like flower stickers are the only stickers I own. Still stickers, but not planner stickers. Like I don't own the stickers. I don't have any like calligraphy skills. I don't have anything that she has. I just watch it because it's so fun and relaxing for me to watch. I watch her the most. Squared Plans I watch sometimes. She has a lot of planners, and I find her satisfying as well. Kind of similar stuff going on there. Heart Breathings, I don't really like. She does love planners, and she does talk a lot about planners and journals, but I just feel like it's in a much different way than the other two. The other two are much more about decorating. She's more about productivity, and she has other productivity videos like resetting for a new quarter, which I love. It's so good. I also recently, like in the past couple of weeks, started getting into like Bujo side of like planner world. Simi Iriarte, I don't know if I said her name right. If you're somebody who has wanted to try bullet journaling, but the artistic aspect of it just makes it so intimidating, go watch her channel. She is incredible. Jashi Koren, incredible. She has so many ideas for bullet journals. She often, like, she does a lot of decorating that in some ways makes what she does inaccessible to some people, myself included, but she also has a ton of videos that like simplify Bujo principles or like ideas, and she does a lot of videos just trying to give you ideas for spreads, like thinking about the functionality opposed to the artistic stuff, even though she does herself do artistic stuff. And she has done a lot of compilation videos of like flip throughs of her bullet journals or idea compilations. And she's also done videos where she'll ask other bullet journal creators to like submit ideas. Yeah, she's compilations of them, and they're so good. Like, there was one I was watching, I think, that had like 18 creators in it, and it was 18 minutes. It was great. Earlier in February, I was watching a lot of Hannah Alonso. She does mostly anti-MLM content, and I like binged almost her entire channel in the month of February. And I did find that interesting because I've only ever known 2 people who've been in MLMs, just personally speaking, but I never have known them well. Or like knew them well at the time they were in an MLM. And I've also never been pitched for an MLM, at least that I'm aware of. So that's everything for me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I would love to hear what you're loving, what you're enjoying as of late, what's been bringing you joy, sparking you joy. let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching and hanging out, and I hope to see you again around here soon.